Hi everyone, hi Malta. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and hopefully everybody can hear me. I think so. Looks like the mic's moving on the dashboard, I think. Right, so we're going to do a little bit more work on the courtyard, but I also started work on the entrance hall over the weekend. Let me just refresh that because my Twitch page isn't up to date. I need got those. I need some solid blocks. I need more than 4. You're fine? You're just chilling? Oh, that's cool. Right, so we need some of those. I'm going to need more of those. Got plenty of those. We're going to need a whole bunch more stairs. And we're going to need a whole bunch more of the... Let's grab... Oh, and thank you for the bulbs. They've come in really handy. You'll see what I mean in the room in a second. So I've used a lot of copper bulbs in the design of the room. So thank you very much for the shulker of copper bulbs. So this is the room I've been working on this weekend. Right, so got that one in. Now we need to put the next bit in. I ended up putting in copper light columns because I needed more lighting in the room. We've got lighting hidden behind the arches. Let's just move that out. I was able to use frog lights for behind here for the walkway, but for the rest of the room I ended up going up with the copper bulbs. And seeing as they're 41 tall, it's a fair few copper bulbs. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Been nice in this neck of the woods. So that's 2. I just want to get the platforms in. Some bits are easier than others. When I was designing the room, it was a case of, okay, what blocks to use? Then, as per normal, I end up using expensive blocks like I use logs instead of planks and so on. Because that's just the way I end up building. It's a good job I play on a server. So these three need sorting as well. So what are you up to at the moment, apart from chilling? I probably should use half slabs for these, but I've ended up with slabs. I mean blocks. Getting my slabs and my blocks mixed up. That's no good. I wish that you didn't sneak off the end of these. Just make things a little easier. I made the jump. Now that's a surprise. I'm leaving the centre empty because when I put the redstone block in the middle, I can just drop down the centre. My plan is to put a large statue in the middle there. I have to figure out what statue I'm going to build and come up with something, but the room's going to need that. And then I'm not sure whether to put some small statues every so often around the balcony area. But I also need to put some campfires up there, but I'm wondering if it's a little low. I'm thinking I may need to move that little lantern up a block or two. So I'm thinking it's a bit too low down. But I'm doing that live with it and see for a short while. Let's eat some more carrots. It's way more than I need. Okay. I'm slowly able to remove the torches. Although I hear a skelly. Probably should have put... where's your little tootsies? It got me anyway. Let's put a torch in there. Yep. Hello. Well, at least he can't get me. And I think that's it, yeah, because they've got lights on them at the moment. Right. So what I'm doing with these is I'm doing this the same design as we did outside. Okay, I missed one. I heard you, zombie. Hello, where are you? I like that you can just see their little tootsies. And I want you again. Don't need you, so let's put the campfires there. No, wrong block. Move the torches. Put the trapdoors. Originally I was thinking of maybe doing some giant braziers in the middle, but I think statue would be better. Now I'm not sure whether to put one or two in, facing each other, but we'll see. It all depends what design I end up using for the statues. I was also looking online for tutorials as well to see if there was any nice... Hi Sam, thank you for the creeper. How are you doing today? So yeah, I was looking to see if I could see anything, but I may end up looking at 3D models and seeing if there's any 3D models I like that I can try and figure out how to change into a Minecraft statue, or I may come up with something completely different. I won't know until I'm ready to build that. You played Lost in random? It got lost in random and gave up. Oh, that's a shame. I saw that there's a random mod for Subnautica. Now I like Subnautica, but I haven't played it for a while purely because I know the storyline and I know where things basically are. I'm thinking next time I've got a holiday, Rob, not a long weekend, but a holiday. It's been a while since you played it last. You just couldn't remember the story. Yeah. My problem is I usually remember the storylines to things. Usually. Not always. I want you. But especially for something like Subnautica, because it's such a good game. I'm looking forward to Subnautica 2, but I'm going to deliberately keep away from it in early access so it doesn't spoil things. I want you again. You got stuck in the third chapter and just couldn't progress to the fourth. You didn't know where you needed to go and the map is confusing. Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't played Lost though, so it's... But if you there are some games that are complicated or not intuitive where you need to go to next. And then if you get frustrated, it takes away some of the enjoyment for it. Okay, so now we're going to need a whole lot of stairs and a whole lot of copper bulbs, which we have. So let's head here. Let's empty my inventory of the stuff I don't need. Right, so I don't need you or you. I will need you. I don't need you for the moment. Don't need the half slabs or you. We're going to put that up and out of the way. Because we're going to need a whole lot of stairs. It's a game where you use a dice to play fight mobs and you get cards when you collect energy cubes that are weapons that you need to use to fight. Ah, okay. That's cool. But it does sound like you said, a game you need to know where you need to go to next. Right, so we want the copper bulbs. Right, so it's 41 each time. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 41. 7 stacks should do per column. Oh, I forgot to light this one up, so we've got a mob in there. Hello. We've got several mobs in there. I've got a collection of mobs. Guess I need to light this up. Trust me to miss it. It's a 12-hour-ish game. You played it before, but then you played 6 hours one day and 6 hours the next, so you figured it out. Yeah. Right, so we want 40 per. Move things out of the way. 32, 37. I figure if I mark them as 40 to start with, it's easier. Then I know where the top line is. Let's hope nothing spawns up there while I'm marking out the others. Because knowing my luck, there'll be a creeper on the top. You haven't played Minecraft today? Well, it's always there when you're ready to. I've still got a lot to do with this. Let's get these ones marked in. 32, 44. You got burnt out after building your dragons and didn't know what to do after that, yeah. How big are your dragons, Sam? Big, okay. I look forward to seeing them then at some point. 29. Medium to big, yeah. Dragons are awesome. And they're really not easy to design, let alone build. So my respect for coming up with dragons. Right, so there's 6 more. And these need to be 41. 41. On. 2. 39. Okay, so I'm just too short for these other to mark these others out. And hopefully, yeah. Because once I know what height it is for each of them, it'll be easier to fill in the rest of the bits. You built a dragon on a diagonal? Yeah, that would burn you out really, because that's got to be really, really hard work. Really impressive, but really hard work. Diagonal builds, yeah, they're hard. That's why my castle is on the square. I did think about putting some diagonal in it, but then I figured it'd be a pain to do the interiors on it. And hard work too. See, my hat's off, especially a dragon. They definitely are really something. Okay. Hi, Miss Mist. How are you doing today? Hopefully you had a good weekend. I'm just working on the entrance hall. We're just putting in the height of the pillars. Oh, I'm doing okay. I can't complain. Right, so we need 2 more copper bulbs to mark out this last one. And they were... yeah. Then after that, it's a case of filling everything in. So let's move these here. I'm not doing the shift click because I want to keep that stack of 41. So we're going to have to make more of them. But we've got the materials. So, like I said, I started this room this weekend and progress is being made. But I do need to put a large statue in the middle of here. I'm just not sure what yet. Yeah, I think it's working well. It's an expensive room because of all the copper bulbs. But it's getting there. You're going to try and make a small gate? That's the goal of today? Oh, that sounds cool. I need to put some doorways in. Or some doors in, I should say, rather than doorways. Okay. The copper bulbs, as I was saying, I made them of copper bulbs so that it adds additional light into the room to take it up higher. You see now that it's slightly diagonal. Ouch. Hopefully it'll work out okay though for you. Because diagonal dragons are one thing. Now we can just pull her up and I know where to call it a day without thinking I'm going to go too high or too low. Well, that's a 4. We need a 3. I do like the way the copper bulbs look unlit as well. They give a nice pattern. I did think originally of just doing them in a plus shape, but getting the stairs to go around it didn't work too well. So I ended up doing it square just so I could wrap the stairs around. I still got to figure out what else we're going to do in the courtyard. Well, that's not what I want to do. Can I reach? Yeah. We'll grab that block afterwards. When I'm coming round with the stairs. Now, this isn't quite right. Can't be quite right. Maybe it can. We'll see. Oh yeah, it will be. Because I altered... because it steps up part way through the platform, I altered the top and bottom of the pillar so that the centre column can be one size and then make adjustments with that. Right, so take a third one. I don't mind that click, but I'm pretty sure it'll get very tiring very soon. I think it was Puri who said to use blocks instead of levers for the redstone, and I'm glad he did. Because that makes it so much easier. Okay. Okay. My only concern about building the statue is the lighting for it. Because hiding lighting can be interesting. Because if I remove the resource pack, you can see how dark some of it looks. So I won't know for sure until all the pillars are in. And don't get me wrong, that will light up a bit when I put the additional arches in. But I'm not 100% sure yet. Because that resource pack gives you a false sense of security. I've deliberately that the light blocks are touching the tuff, but when I've changed the pattern on that to randomise it like I have with the other roofs, I'm hoping it'll look okay. If it doesn't, then I'll see if there's something like trapdoors or half slabs and stairs I can use. Eat some more. I missed something. Oh no, it's just the angle I'm looking at it. Okay. I could see the white terracotta and I was thinking, what have I done? But it's just the angle. But I'm going to have to come up with a lot of statues for this build. Not just the room, but the build in general. Should give me the last row of these. It's a castle, so I'm thinking maybe some, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. But something that will go with the castle theme. I'll be a second. If I come around here, you can see these little posts like these ones here. I'm thinking on the top of these, there should be a statue of some kind. Yeah, I'm using a lot of copper, Samaz. So yeah, there is 3 on this side. So there's 9 statues at least that I need. In the new... second. Say in this room, let's see if I can nope, I didn't land there. Let's try that again. I am not very good at flying in tight spaces. Right. I'm thinking some of these archways might need a small statue, or they need something as well. And I want a large, at least one large statue in that centre part, maybe 2, one facing each other. Or just one large one. I'm not too worried about what the block is as such, as long as it matches the build. And because I don't mind it being a contrast. I've got about, what, 40... These copper pillars are 41 blocks. And I have a couple of blocks on either bit, so that gives me a max of 45 to work with. So I have plenty of space. It's just going to be a case of figuring something out. Then a few small ones. I'm thinking we did a bunch of tiny statues a couple of seasons ago for the trading hall. Some of them were all holding a crossbow or a pick or stuff like that. So I'm wondering whether they would be big enough to reuse in there. Or maybe some shields or crests to go on the wooden bits like that, because they still need detailing. Lots of ideas. I just need to figure things out. But we'll get there. We always do. Thank you for the meow, Ali. Happy Monday. Hopefully you're having a good day. And that goes the same for the rest of you. And hopefully you all had a great weekend. We're almost there. Yep. I'm hoping that I don't get this room completely built and then decide I don't like it. Yep, that's where all the light bulbs go. I think it's looking okay, but until I get everything in, I'm not going to be 100% on it. You know what it's like. I'm a fussy so-and-so. Oops, that's the wrong way. Because it's kind of like I've got some large blank areas. But I also don't want to overfill it. And it's not like the blocks are detailed. So I'm wondering if I should do something like a red carpety kind of thing. But I'm not sure yet. Let's get that and get high enough to just drop that. Whoops. That'll do. Near enough. I think I've gone through almost 2 shulkers of copper bulbs so far. let's get rid of you and let's then ban you. Selling viewers bot again. Bless them. They keep trying. Two more sets of stairs. How are we doing for the stairs? We're okay. Apologies, I know it's could make some people a little bit seasick with the twisting backwards and forwards. But we'll get there. Also need to bring out over a lot of these dark oak logs to get to the top. We'll just get this one column in though. What do you think? Statue of copper golem holding a torch sidewall. Possibly, yeah, Samaz. And to your understanding, motion sickness, falling off, getting eaten by phantoms is what building is about. Well, definitely the phantoms. What I do need to do is finish enclosing the roof on this place, so there aren't quite as many phantoms spawning inside the build. I go reset my timer in the beds and get knocked out of the bed by the phantoms. It's very easy to overlook 3 night passing. It is, yes. It's what annoys me most about the mob. Because prior to the phantom, it never even occurred to me to check whether it was day or night. I would just build. And now it's a case of every so often you kind of have to go reset it. For these small bits, let's find out. Won't be a second. The smaller ones are, let's see, ignore that. It's 19 to the top, but I wouldn't want it right to the top. You okay? You made an okay gate. That's cool. It works and it's a gate. So there's 17 by, I can't remember one. That's 13, but I wouldn't want it to go to the edge either, so it's approximately 17 by 11, 9, probably around 9. And depth wise, how many is it depth? I think it's only 3 or 4 deep from memory. 3 full blocks, 4 blocks. For in there, here it's there's a lot of space. It's 40 odd. So let's get this last set of stairs in. Like I say, I'm just thinking every so often having a statue in. Like maybe the middle of that one and the middle of that one. Then I'm not sure about these. Thank you, Samaz. Right. So this one is the fun one because I literally bang my head each time I try and jump. There's only just enough room to place the blocks and keep going upwards. Let's get Camilla, let's see, /AFK. We go. Fortunately, /AFK helps with that. But then obviously when people want the night, because sometimes you do. Oh, I take it didn't complete. I thought it had. Because usually when it brings it up, it completes. I still need one more. Oh, there we go. That done it this time? It's done it this time. Let's get on. We're almost there. Yeah, I think it'll feel good to get one of the interior rooms at least mostly done. I know I've still got a lot to do outside as well. I sweep, you sweep, we all sweep. Right, so I'm not going to put the top section on until I've got this pulled over. Probably should have had. Hang on. No, we're okay. 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, because that'll match where this comes out. I'll run into the edge. Because we need to put the full blocks and then the stairs and the other bits. Right. I think that's okay. Yeah. Not there. We should have an empty shulker somewhere. Put those back in there for the minute. Right. So we want the dark oak. We need some of these to be the wood bits. And now we've got to get up onto the top again. And there isn't a lot of space between the roof and these blocks. Hi Fantabulous One, how are you doing today? Right, so, oh, maybe I do need those blocks. Let's go grab them. Just stuck them in one of these, didn't I? Nope. And I need the other ones. "13 of you aren't going to do." Can I switch these? Yes, I can. So how's your weekend go? How did your weekend go and how are you doing, Fantabulous One? I'm kind of expecting for a creep to spawn on the top of one of those. You doing good? That's awesome. Thank you for the creeper, Sam. Oh, I'm sorry. Right, so from here, and then it should be these. Hopefully, yeah. I'm not sure how if you can or you can give channel points, etc. I honestly don't know. You're making excellent progress on your castling for TC. That's awesome. I'm really glad it's going well. Excuse me. See how we're doing. Because I know you were working really hard on it. So the interior's coming along. Okay, so let's carry on with that. Yeah. It's nice to see people's builds, because even if you're building something along a similar theme, everybody has their own take of things. So it's always completely different when you see somebody else's castle. And it's amazing to see what people come up with. Or if you're building a dragon, seeing somebody else's dragon. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to disconnect and try reconnecting, because that was weird. There we go. That's better. Yep, it kind of got itself stuck somewhere. Right. And this goes to here. So this one should have at least one more block, because it's going to match up with that. Which means I just need a block to go here to place against. Okay. Grab you. You're going to need to change. Ooh, you're wrong. Because they're coming. Hang on. Give me a second. I need to remember what I did down here with this one. No, these are going all the way up. And then we want you. No, we don't. You're still doing it wrong, Pendle. That should match with that. Then we need it to go up again. Oh, the wrong one. No point wasting the wood. Right. And then that can come across here. Because this one needs to be the same here. It was a reason I kind of stopped putting the pillar in all the way across. Hello, Skelly. Just come to the edge and then change. So I wanted the beams that kind of go across just to be one wider than the pillars coming up. Well, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to strip the log. Okay. I'm going to put another row of these in for a second, just so I have something to place against. We'll go rescue that in a minute. Then they can disappear. And eventually, when I get to the next bit of this, okay. Well, you're the wrong place. Go rescue those blocks in a second. Right. And we need 2 more. And these would carry out along that way. But let's go first go rescue that. Oh, I'm glad it's coming along nicely. Where are you? So they're at the same height. But I need to stop short on that one. Night again already. I swear that the daylight goes way too fast in Minecraft. Doing the wrong blocks again. Okay. We'll try again. Like I say, these blocks need detailing and they will get done. So I want the pattern to help with the roof pattern. Right, so let's move you out of the way so I don't use the wrong block. We'll go have a look at the courtyard in a minute. Just get this row. So that is where the next one comes across. So if I come up to this edge, that should do. And we'll check the light level in a second. We don't want monsters in the ceilings. Can you show the train you did? Sure. I haven't finished all of it, but I'm more than happy to show what I've done. Yeah, just Ghost, Miss Mist. There's still a lot of the island to do. I barely started with it. So every castle should have ghosts. Right, so this is some of the terrain I've done so far. Wait a second, apologies, just another bot. Let's deny. And then go back. So yeah, at the moment I haven't got a lot of it done yet, but I needed to get the castle in first before I could figure out the island, because I did part of it and then it wasn't where the castle was. But most of the castle, the layout of it is now in place. There's still a couple of bits that aren't, because I have this kind of set of towers to finish over here, and the same on this opposite side, and then I can start cracking on with the island as well. So just here needs to be another set of those towers tying into this edge of the building. But the island needs to come all the way around. And yep, I need to finish putting the ceiling on. There's so much to do. I don't know. A lot of blocks have been placed. But we are making progress. And at least I've started on the interior. Which makes me feel better. although technically I didn't want to start on the interior until I'd finished the outside walls, but I was getting to the stage with the outside walls that they were beginning to feel like they're never ending. I kept saying it should be done by the end of this week, done by the end of this week, and it just never seemed to get to it. Which is why we started on partly on the courtyard and this interior, so, and then I'll go back and finish off the rest of that bit. Okay, so what's the light level here? We're okay. I don't have to worry about ghosts in the ceiling. Oh, I missed 2 blocks. But yeah, the plan is to make it kind of oblongish shaped in places. And those tough blocks will be, the pattern will be changed to match what we have here with the random design. So we can still see the floor is going to become part of the ceiling. Purely so that we have it to match it. Okay. Let's go and work a little bit on the courtyard. And then as soon as I've done these 2 blocks, if I don't do these 2 rows of blocks, I'll forget about them and then wonder why on earth I didn't do them. So let's just get these bits in. The fun thing is figuring what else to put into the courtyard. Keep flicking it onto the side instead of... Oh, that was a spider. So yep, I'm getting things spawning on the top of the pillars. I just have to make sure it's not a creeper. Go. And what I've ended up doing with this is you can walk pretty much all the way around it, including over the top of the doorways. Originally I just pulled the design out a little bit to give it more depth, but then I figured I may as well make it functional. So yeah, things are going in the right direction with that. Okay, it's over here. Copper, we'll put you in there. Didn't get rid of all of you. You can go in here. Right. So let's head out here and figure out what next we're going to do. Because we have the blacksmith, we have the archery, we have the well and the little herb garden. Just trying to figure out this whole area here that needs something. No, a fish pond wouldn't do. I'd really need to deepen it a lot to do a fish pond here. Maybe chickens? Not that there's going to be chickens there, but maybe something that... an area for that kind of thing. Now, would I put it... Seeing as here is going to be the kitchenish area. Well, I was thinking here was going to be the kitchen. What's on this other side? Because we have a smallish area here. Kind of goes down and to here. So I wonder if this should be the kitchen stroke pantry area. That might be a good place to put that. I would need to put another doorway probably. Where could I put a doorway? Don't think I'd want the doorway next to the stables. Okay. So originally I was thinking about this being the kitchen. But I wonder if I should do this as a great dining hall instead. With an upper balcony. Right. Okay, you sent me a DM. I won't be a second. Let's have a look. Let's grab you. Oh, they're cool. They're awesome. Thank you, Samaz. They're definitely really cool looking. I loved what you've done with the torches as well. Right, so... I think we're going to do a chickenish area in this corner. And then we may do a second garden kind of thing here. Right, so I want... I'm going to use moss. No. Oh, here we go. And this is why I need to put a roof on the place. One more. Where are you? Smite on the axe is awesome. But yeah, I need to put a roof on this place. It's a little bit wet. Right, so how many here? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to, so 11. Yeah, 11 is there. Oh, I need some more of those blocks. We'll do those now before I put in too many moss. Okay. 14. My shulker monster is getting bigger, but it was guaranteed to. You're cracked. Okay. Oh. We just need to get this filled in first. Most of it might be hidden, but it's just the top bit when you're looking down. I may eventually put actual chickens and bees in, but if I do, that'll only be if I've got the enter to count after finishing building. And I'm using moss purely so that I can hide lighting. So that might change. Yay, the rain stopped. F7. Yeah. We'll need to figure out some little hen houses. That was the wrong place. We won't do pigs or anything because I would have expected that to be more like wild boar rather than domesticated. Right, so we had that there. Then the next set, so if we break it up with another set of those, we can then put grass in that area. I'll just use normal cobble to start with and we'll detail it afterwards. Because we need to fence things in. I think I have some stone walls somewhere. If not, I'll make some. We're also going to need fence gates. Oh, we have fence gates. So that's good. You're here somewhere. Maybe you're not here somewhere. I guess they're not here somewhere. Okay, we'll just make some. But you know what it's like? I'll make them and we'll find some. You sent me a schematic as well? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Samaz. I really appreciate it. I'm going to stick the torch on one of those. And then we can bring that over. And if we're kind of doing the same as we did there here, is it the same width? Not sure if this is wider. Yeah, I think this is wider. Okay. So the pathway through is going to have to be slightly different. So I want to grab the grass, but put you there. So I may switch you out. And we may end up switching some of that to a couple of these to stairs so we can waterlog things. like we did over there. Yeah, we're going to need to switch some of those to stayers. Okay, you can go on there. Maybe, no, I'm not going to make flower garden here. I was thinking about putting some flowers here. Where's my shovel? I don't know. So I'll use... I probably should have used the pick instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gives me 3 in the middle. That's okay. This could be slightly different. Let's get a shovel. And we can have a pathway that is 3 wide in the middle. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So we can do that. Goodbye, Samaz. Have a great day, okay? Take care, and I hope you're feeling better. I will see you later. And thank you for the statues and the schematics of them. It is really appreciated. Huh? Okay. I'm gonna... Nope. Okay, it doesn't like that. So why doesn't it... It's automatically adjusting. Okay, so... What I'm going to have to do is... that. It may seem a bit weird. But it's the only way I'm going to get... Hang on. The same height. Stick the torch on the top. I'm going to have to switch out a couple of these as well. Then I can go you and you. Okay. Right, so, and I need the hoe. And water buckets. Let's top up with rockets. Just a little bit. Where are all my tools? No hoe in there. Not seeing a hole in there either. But there is one in here. Now, where would I have put the iron buckets? They have to be here somewhere. Purely because we use them. I've got iron in that shulker if I need it. But I was sure we had 2 iron buckets. Okay, what did I do with the iron buckets? I know I have them because we filled the water troughs. Okay. I'm not going to make iron buckets when I know I have iron buckets. I think I even have iron buckets with water in them. Ooh. Thought. How many shulkers do I have left here? 1. Okay. I need to fill that up. Because I've been working in the area all weekend. Which means we've got a whole bunch still of paper. Right, so we'll take 2. We'll top up with these for now. They'll do for the minute. And then we'll grab some more of the empties from the other shulker monster area where I've been putting them into chests. It's just so I don't run out. Because I haven't yet put a filter on this to kill things off. Okay. Right, so I'm going to need some deep slate stairs, tiled stairs, and some tough stairs. Tough stairs we have. Here we go through the shulkers again, and the tiled ones we have. Yeah, and we're okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th. Right, so on the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one here needs to be another stair, but I need water first. So let's go raid the trophins in the stables. Grab you. Because there's no point stripping it into fields to plant on, not without the water being in. You 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Do. That's no good. Water is required. Try that again. What I do need to do is see if I can collect those blocks. Okay, so that gets rid of those. Nothing seems to be popping up, but if I walk along this edge, hopefully, yeah. I was thinking it would because we're closer. Right. And the light level is fine here anyway because there's light behind those. I'm glad that we can waterlog blocks now. It does make it so much easier. So I'm not sure what we're going to plant here. But we'll come up with something. Right, so I'm wondering if I should put another one of these halfway along. Just to help light up that side. Yeah, carrots might be I think you're right, carrots are a great idea. I know we have a few here, but there's no reason not to. Let's get my fortune pick. That way we get more carrots. Fortune. Go. Right, your potatoes. We're going to have 2 potato patches in here. And then we'll use the carrots. And what I may do, I know what I'm going to do. I have some melons and some pumpkins. I'll finish filling that in once we grab the extra. Where are you? Which is going to be the easiest way. This way is going to be the easiest way. Because I've been using melons and pumpkins to trade with the farmers for repairing tools, etc. I know they're not seeds, but we can get seeds out of them in a second. That's way too many seeds. I forgot it gave you that many of them. Do I have to break these first? I think I have to break these first, don't I? And then get them from the slicers. I forget that's the way you do it for these. Okay. 32. We'll get 64 of each. There's going to be a bunch of them that end up getting thrown away, but okay. Now we're going to switch to it's going to be kind of alternate rows. There we go. And that's fine. Stick you in here. And I do need a couple more carrots. I should have got those while we were down there. Because we have the underground farm area. That should be more than enough. I know we haven't really got started on the chicken area. Yeah. But it's a case of getting some of it done. Right. Chicken coops. That's going to be a fun thing to figure out. Stick more of those in here, just so they get them out of my inventory. So hopefully that should, one side of carrots and one side of pumpkins and melons. Chicken coops. Okay. Yeah, I guess it is kind of like a 2-year project, but there isn't 2 years to do it. There's probably, I'm hoping we get till September. Because the season started last September. So there's a few months yet, so I really need to buckle down and get things building. Right, so I want some slabs. I want you. I have some spruce slabs, but I'm not sure I want spruce. Whether I may prefer oak if I have any oak slabs. We have some oak and some oak planks. Well, say planks, but they're logs. But I'm sure you knew what I meant. Considering I'm always coming out with the wrong words. I want... Yeah. I want some stairs. Let's just grab 2 lots. And see what we can come up with. Right. Would I want it deeper? That's a question. I think I want some spruce trapdoors. I'm saying that, but I guess we've hit the 2-hour mark, so we'll continue with the chicken farm section next stream. Let's get rid of those out of my inventory. And let's see who's streaming, who I can send you amazing people to. Right, so let's open up in a new tab. Oh, Tango's streaming, so that's easy.
Down here, nothing cares about.
Oops. That was a sci-fi audio book, so apologies for that. Hit the wrong thing. /raid Tango Tech. I'll send you guys Tango's way. You have a great rest of your day. Take care. Have fun. Hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow if you can make it. If not, whenever next you can. Bye now.